Hey folks, welcome back to TIMBERBORN. It has been, well, I think that it said the 19th of November, the last time I loaded this save up. So quite a while. Actually, it's been quite a while since I played the game because of holiday, and then I came back and some things have happened and things have been kind of crappy. So I probably have forgotten some of your comments. So if I've forgotten stuff that you've said, please comment it again as we get going. There have been a bunch of updates to the experimental branch. I'm probably not going to cover all of them, but how good the levies look now. This is probably the best view because, again, I've only just seen these. I've only just literally, it's the first time I've loaded the game up in probably 2 weeks. So these look so good. Now, the last big change that was made, I can remember the control. So I'm going to put dev mode on for a second. And because the last big change that was made, and we played a little bit, but they changed aquifers so that they don't put out bad water during a bad tide. And they added in bad water drains, which are these guys. And I asked you last time if I should add these onto the map now that they've changed things. And there's kind of a mixed response. Some said yes, some said no. Now, I've been into the updated version of this map, and the devs have added them essentially around here. Give or take about where we're building this. I think they're kind of buried in the terrain, either here or here. It's kind of irrelevant because the tutorial's available. I've done had to do a fresh install of TIMBERBORN, so we'll talk about why maybe at some point, because it's partly TIMBERBORN related. But yeah, my argument for saying there is no point adding these in is they are very easy to counter. I have played a save since they were added in, and by the second bad tide, I think actually maybe the first bad tide, I had countered them. And we're at a point where we've got technology, you can easily counter them. It's just a case of building something in front of them, much like we did over here. So yeah, I'm not going to add them in because all they're going to do is put a growth out of the side of here. So let's turn off dev mode. Tutorial, build water wheel. We'll get rid of that at some point. Yes, I want to disable the tutorial. I think I can remember how to play the game. So yeah, we're not going to worry about adding that in because it's not going to significantly affect how we're playing. What I need to do is remember what the heck we're doing. We're in the middle of a moderately long bad tide. I've got smart power enabled. No, I haven't. I saw that it was available for version 1 or update 1, but then I saw that the game had been updated and smart power hasn't been updated to accommodate it yet. So yeah, I'm just trying to look at what we've got going on. So yeah, we got this bad water source blocked off. You guys are possibly struggling to remember as much as me. So under here, in the last video, there was the bad water source that was spewing bad water out. We are working on building a power shaft out to here, and then we're going to connect up large windmills when we have sufficient science to help with that. Last time we got an inventor built, but we are very short of beavers. Yeah, we'll let them pump that out. That'll be fine. I think I was also going to build some gravity batteries up here for this. And we were also pondering whether we were going to build sluices in here, so I don't have to keep remembering this, because Simple Triggers hasn't made it into update 1 yet either. I suspect they're waiting for things to become more stable. So how do we progress? I think we got chestnuts going. Did we get a chestnut grill? We have grilled chestnuts, so it looks like we did. How are we doing over here? We're waiting on planks for that. We have lumber mills running, so that'll sort itself out. They just have quite a long way to go. So I think zip lines is probably going to be a good idea really soon. You could be paused for a bit because we're full on scrap metal. We can recover some planks from there, which will help us. Let's get that going. And we were trying to get up here, weren't we, to this big lump of stuff. Except I didn't progress the build of that any further by the looks of it. No, we were just getting that built. Okay, no. So, yeah, we wanted to get the aquifer running, didn't we? Because this should now stay clean of bad water with how everything's set up. We're getting power put in over here. We need a path there for that. That'll help that out. Yep. Let's run the game at triple speed, because then we can get a few more things done. So what do we need for zip lines? Science. Science is our limiting factor at the moment. We've still got the inventors' huts. So if we had more beavers, we'd be able to support doing more. So I think that'll give us 9 more, and we are going to need more water pumping going on as well. So let's put in 2 more. Bring that out like that, and let's make those a high priority build. Sorry, I'm ramping up a bit slowly. So I haven't touched this game in a while, and so if you watched the series that was predecessor to this, where we were trying to do the kind of big build stuff, obviously I had a lot of performance issues, and we were struggling to run the game at any kind of speed. So I did decide in the end to do some upgrades. And if you're aware of PC component pricing, some of that's gone a bit nuts lately. So I got most of it brought with a bit of a story. And I got most of it upgraded, but I was relying on some old components. I was going from an AM4 system, if you're a computer nerd, to an AM5 system. But I was relying on using an old PCIe riser cable to connect the new motherboard to my graphics card, because I use a small system for traveling and everything. And that was not compatible with the new system. I was having a bunch of issues, and I ended up having to revert back. And in the process of trying to do all of that, I wiped my Windows install. And so I've had to reset it and rebuild it. That's why I'm playing with a new install of TIMBERBORN. Yeah. So that was fun. That was a fun day. Not. Very stressful day, in fact. Probably unsurprisingly. We've got shrubs there. No, let's do a bit of well-being cheese while we're here, folks. Yeah, so that was part of the fun that I had last week. We've got a wind thingy there. We won't unlock anything else just yet. And then I might as well say the other crappy thing was our dog died last week, and it's taken a while to process that and deal with it. So yes, currently we are dogless because we lost one of our other dog a couple of months ago. So yeah, life's been kind of shit, as I said. So not really felt like making videos since we got back, because that happened after we got back from our holiday. But yes, moving on, because I'm not going to try and dwell on that too much. Let's try and think about positive things like playing with our moist beavers, shall we? Right, that's going in, that's going in. We have 1.5k now. So if they can get that hooked up, we can now unlock our large windmills. We have paper, so bring the power across. So probably, how much power does that need? I don't remember. That one needs 400. If we go into dev mode, does it tell us? 200. Okay, awesome. Power. So if we put in 2 of those, that's 600 HP, which should be enough. In theory. And we'll put in a bit of a grav battery to give us a bit of margin there. And hopefully, right, that's dried out, so you can be paused. Oh, for simple triggers. Simple triggers, we miss you so much. You're going to be unpaused in preparation for that running low, to help keep all of that hydrated. Those are marked for cutting. Awesome. Planks are going up, and we can now come in here and delete those. We've now got 700 science. So let's unlock the gravity battery as well. Are you connected up yet? You are. So we can now. Where did the planks go? There. I am going to try and recollect these, because we do have planks, but we could probably always do with more. And let's put in a pile for them there, because, you know, why not? I've got installed mods. Timprove lets me prioritize rubble. Improve UI, is it? Improve. Prioritize rebels. There we go. Cool. Done. I know I could delete a batch of them and shuffle them. I don't want to. Super prioritize that one. Try and get that built so they're not going as far to get rid of the planks they're picking up. There we go. You now. Awesome, the bad water's drying out. Brilliant. Coming together. You. That's a power connection, yep. Excellent. That's all starting to come together. That's too far from a district, so let's get them to build those stairs, which I'd for some reason deprioritized. Probably made perfect sense at the time. Oh yeah, rubble disintegrates now, doesn't it, over time? Forgotten about that one, which is kind of cool. You know, you don't have to worry about deleting it if it's there for too long now. So now I've got 18 kits. I'm guessing we are short of fireplaces. No, not overly awesome. Where is that? Oh, that's a platform over a power shaft. Okay, that can go as well then. That's almost in. I think maybe next what's the best way to put in gravity batteries? Is it to do it there? Or is it to start thinking about doing them over here and link this together? This needs explosives to do really, so I think we maybe just do something small over here. Maybe even just one for now. You know? Just something. Just a little something. Come up there. I know it's not the most direct route, but right, we're just peeling carrots today, folks. Oh, Atomic Shrimp, the guy who that quote comes from, had a brilliant video today. What are we doing for medical beds? Oh, they're in a medical bed. Cool. Making a Christmas pie. Now, I'm not a big fan of Christmas, but it was a turkey and sage and onion stuffing, and yeah, cracking food. Cracking food. Log planks are going up nicely, so that's gone onto there. So I'm gonna risk doing that. That worked fine. That's there. Let them get those. Get that. That's gone. So we've got a couple in spots that can't be reached. So let's deal with that. There we go. Rid of those. Go. So they should, yep, they can pick those up now. Awesome. And then we're going to want to there as well. And then as this expands, we're going to want dynamite. Or we could just take power out of there. Oh, no, because we're going to need to connect all of these together, aren't we? So we are going to want to dynamite that out. So I think we should look to put in an explosives factory. Now, decent amount of science, so yes please. That means storage there for bad water. That's the jobby. There we go. Right. This is the pinnacle of Timberborn gameplay, deleting platforms one at a time. I know. Go, brilliant. But then we can hook that up, and that'll start that going once the bad tide ends. You can go. Let's replace these just for neatness. Probably. Yeah. There. 2 bridges. Bridges? We don't need no stinking bridges. I will remember the controls, honest. There we go. That's nicer, isn't it? That's almost done. Brilliant. And then we can go here. Oh, get rid of that. Power. advertise that so it is ready. Let's come there. I know that's not going to have a big power storage capacity, but it's, again, it's something. And then we need to yeah, that probably makes sense actually for transferring the power anyway. So there. Hopefully that'll let them build that. Yep, awesome. We now have an excess of beavers, which is what we want to see, because then we're generating even more science. Brilliant. This guy, supply of 400, art of 200. We could run 2 observatories up here. This. Then we could get rid of these guys. We would be putting out a lot of science. Just saw the thirsty symbol and got panicked about water, but we have plenty of water left. Right. Dude has made some explosives. We need some storage for explosives. I think we're going to go for a medium warehouse here. We don't really need it right now, but we will. And then we'll come along there. Yes, please. Yes, they can get to that one, but they can't get to that one. So, quick ladder there. Yep, that'll do. One day left of the bad tide. Power grid is, it's not, it's a little bit short, isn't it? So having a gravity battery would smooth that out quite nicely. I guess it would make sense if we sunk the power connection. Randomly, I actually managed to pick the right line to put that in. Get that built, because they don't seem to be wanting to put in the explosives, and that will keep explosives dude going. We're not out of metal. Gears, isn't it? It's going to be gears. Yeah, it's gears. Right. Are not paused. We need more gear capacity. So what I'm going to do is, bad tide is over. All right, we're going to come up here and we're going to get ready to open this. That'll do. We're going to do that. Pause. Let's set these. 0.5 is probably okay. Let's pause you. 0.5 is probably okay. 0.5 is probably okay. Yeah, because they're dams, aren't they? And they want to be lower than that. So you're at 0.35. You need to be at like 0.6, I guess. And then we want to unpause, unpause, pause, unpause. Just check all of that behaves itself. Which it should. I mean, I guess if we put that up to 0.65, that would have all of the water go this way, which will be better because we've got water wheels this side. we really want the water to be going through the water wheels once we're using them. So, you know. Right, H for boom. And then what we're going to do is power vertical power shaft. Power. Actually, guess what we could do is vertical power shaft. And then I didn't need to have actually blown up that one. We can just do a platform there. But anywho. Gear workshop. Let's prioritize the build of that. Yeah. Aha, we have water down here now. How cool is that? So now, actually what we want to do is dam this up rather than not have it dammed. So that this fills up and becomes useful. But anywho, for now, that's kind of cool. Right, you. H for boom. Power. Power. Brilliant. I'll let them work on that. That's going. Water pumping's happening. Do I build another large water pump? 3 of those is going to generate a huge volume of water, which is kind of useful. Let's do that. The way to do that is probably to put... actually, know what we can do is put it there. If I delete that, there, make that a medium priority. We've got enough treated planks to build that. That's going. Awesome. That's waiting on gears as well. So that's clear. H for boom, and they can still go round it. So I had to reset H for boom, by the way, but yes, it stayed as H for boom. Power. Power. Up, power. Up, power. Path. I'm going to leave that bit of path there. So we'll just go up one early there. I thought I'd lined that up. I had. I just did that wrong. There. 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 Let's just pause that one. Hopefully they can get to a fair bit of that to get that built. Water pumping is now happening, and in fact water is full. So let's... What am I doing? What am I doing? B, yes. You can go there. You can go there. You're going to be supplies. Probably we should be building some large water tanks very soon, if not now. But, you know, it is, as they say, folks, a process. So that's all super low priority, which is probably okay. What I should do is change that one for a vertical, because we can then make use of the power coming out of there. Yeah. We do need more gears and now more planks, so oh well. If I wanted to build sluices, I need planks, so we need to either get more beavers, and put in more planks, or put in more wood workshops to make planks, or be patient, I guess. I don't know. We do need more scrap metal again because we've used all of that up. So I guess the thing to do is we can get these finished. Once they've got that built, we can take that out and build that one. In fact, we could take that out anyway because they can build that one from there. So let's start collecting those. Have drought approaching. That's kind of okay. I mean, we can pump water out of here now in the future, so that's cool. And in time, we should start to block this off so this can become a reservoir. The evaporation will be horrendous, but we can work on improving that over time. Pause you. You don't really need to be in there. We've got quite a lot of bad water stocked up. You can be unpaused. Do we not have access to you? We do. We just don't have the gearage. Let's just pause you because we probably want to get around to that. We don't have access to you. Okay. Gain that with your. Go. Yep. Excellent. Things are looking okay. So if I did want to start putting in zip lines, that also needs quite a lot of planks. So that does imply needing to significantly boost our plank and gear production. But for now, I think we want to boost our gear production a little more. So let's throw in another one of these guys. How is that power grid even looking? Sketchy. What I think we could do, maybe, could I replace that? I can with a large windmill. So let's do that. That will help. You have nothing to do in range because it's all now very high relative to where you are. So let's reroute you. Tempted to leave that and come. Was a little bit more construction rather than actually. No, we could do it there, couldn't we? Yeah. Let's do that and that. Oh, along there. That. And that. That. We can put the scavenger flag there. Yep, look. That'll do a job for us. 0.1 of a day left. We've got 4,000 water stored. So let's close you. Close you. You're the important ones. Close you. Close you. Close you. Pause that one. Hopefully we're good. And it's only a 13-day drought. I don't remember what mode I put the game on at the start. But anyway, 13-day drought is not a significant problem for us. should really help once we're running it at full force. We don't have that built yet either because that needs more gears. That would obviously help. That needs gears. That can go. That can go. They can collect those. Yeah. I'm wondering if we start the process of damming this stuff up. I raise that by 2 to there. There. Flow out that way and over that way. Yeah, that way, okay. That would be okay. Right, let's delete your. Is where I see if I got my. Yep, I did. Awesome. Gears still an issue. That one's in. These are going in now. Yeah. What I'm thinking is that we put in a few large windmills up here. Like that. Is that reachable? That is reachable. That'll expand the power grid quite a lot. The problem being that we need a shed load of gears to do it. So, yeah. I guess what we... No, because that's going to get in the way then, isn't it? Let's just check that it'll let me do... Yeah, I can do all of that. So let's pause that one as well. Really, I want to prioritize all of that to be built. And when the wind's blowing, we could run another gear workshop there. The layout of this might not be optimal, folks, but bear with me. We seriously need the resources to get this project finished. I think we pause the metal. That'll save a ton of power. I guess we've got a decent... We could do with the paper, couldn't we? Yeah. Pause you and put more over there as well. Undecided. Right, that's largely built. We just need to get these built now. Just, you know, just 2 large windmills. We seem to have a moderately stable log supply, so I'm thinking that things aren't too bad. Yeah. That's going to add 2 blocks above the base of that. 2 blocks above them is that. So yeah, it's going to have water up to there, which will mean we can pump continuously. And I mean, what would probably be sensible? Not as sensible as things get, I guess. Be to put back the path and that to here. Like that. And plan on 1. Getting rid of those trees, which if we have time, we could do with a lumberjack. Don't have the cut dead trees mod, so... And then just detonating a channel up to here somewhere, and then we could put a water pump in. A continuous supply of access to... or not continuous, but a longer supply of access to water. Get those built, and then we'll build that, and then we'll connect it all to the gravity battery, which has a store of 18,000 HPH, which is not terrible. This little guy has 8,000, so that's going to be 16,000 once it's done, which again is not terrible. We're keeping that little pump running. Right, unpause you. Get that in. Come on. Come on, beavers. We've got 4 gears. We've got all the planks. We've got all of the paper. It's just the 20 gears. Just. And if they're building it from there, we can also build that. Right, let's get that in as well. Just that. We will have a much better power supply for that. You're okay. Good for 18 days of water still. Awesome. And soon we can start thinking about zip lines. So that'll go in, which will keep this deeper, which is good. Food's staying up, which again is good. We don't have any grilled potato storage. I guess we're just eating what we're grilling anyway, so that's okay. Have a lot more carrots planted than we need to, so let's unmark you, and you're going to become potatoes. That's in, so now get that built. So let's prioritize that. But that power grid is now generating 1900 power, which means we can have that going again. And have it on the gravity battery in a moment. will hopefully soak up the fact that we are short by half a thingy. Go. Hopefully that gravity battery is enough to just get us through the periods where there isn't enough wind blowing. That's all I want it for. And in theory, we can obviously come in here. Don't have extract yet, so we can just come in and start to improve that. We can also come in here and throw in another one. I would need to get to there to build. No, what I'm going to need to do is go there, there, staircase, come down there, there, so we can get underneath that. That'll sort it. It does block us from getting to the explosives, I think. So what we want to do is temporarily throw in a cheapy warehouse there. Awesome. So that's that resolved. What do we want to do next? I think we should target emptying these 3, replacing them with some large ones. We should also target replacing my janky bridge. But I want to have some... Oh, that's different. Path dragging is very different. I hadn't noticed that. Look, if I want to connect a path to here, say, I can drag different shapes. That's cool. Yeah, so that's in now. So now we can delete that guy. And if we do platform, do double bridge, those are all empty now, so we can unlock the large tank. If I want to do one platforms, no, not double platforms, single platforms. Storage, large tank, 1, yes, and then let's set this guy up as a water tank and an obtain, and then we do copy. If I want to do that, that's not ideal, is it? But we've gone, so each one of those is 300. That was 900, and we've replaced it with 2400. So that is quite nice, actually. I will take that. I will take that. I will take that. A nice little array there of power storage. For that. That's in, so we can blow that up. They have not quite got around to doing that yet, so they can't get to that. Keep blowing that out, even though it's somewhat temporary. You're doing that. You are then going to come in here. A single's enough probably because it's just supplying a water pump. So yeah, not sure how that got over there. Getting built now. Awesome. Second observatory is built, so I am going to get rid of 4 of those now because we really don't need them. We're sat on 10k science. So I think what we do next is look at unlocking not unlocking, building a centrifuge for some extract. Grout's over. So let's get ready to pump. Get these ready. So 0.65, 0.35, 35. Pause. Pressing the key. 35. 35. Let's pause you. Let's unpause you. Awesome. We are now 12 beavers short again. So, but I guess that will come out of hauling posts. Yeah. Maybe builders' huts. So that should be okay. Let's have a quick look. Yeah. A lot of it's come out of hauling posts. That's okay then. So this is filling up. So we want to keep an eye on that. You can go at that. We then want to do something like that. There's going to need to be a double depth one. Something like that. Just see how they get on with all of that. So that's in. So let's delete you. And we also want to look at connecting that up to, I was going to say the outside world, but it's not. It's the beaver colony. So run that. Oh, the bridge is in. Awesome. So we can now delete this path actually. Make sure we don't delete that power thingy. Actually, let's do that because then they can get to that from there. Yep. Excellent. Things are going okay. Bad tide in 3 days. Right, let's prioritize building those then, please. Let's look at what they need. Everything. Okay. We just need to prioritize building them, basically. That's filling up nicely. That's just going to break. I think we could go dams there, maybe, and dams there. We'll just keep an eye on things, see how it looks. And see where all of the water's going. Because if you're newer to the game, the bases of these can be submerged and are fine. Flood a building, experimental branch only. Not so fine, but not a problem. No good selected. That's okay. Yep. Let's just set that to empty and something we're not making. Yeah, that is absolutely fine. But we could have that be a little bit deeper. So we could have that have dams on it, and we could put dams in down here. Where do we want to do it? Let's do it across there. Yeah, that'll just give us an extra 0.6 of a block. Oh, good. This episode has primarily been me getting myself back into remembering what the hell I was doing, which we've achieved. So we've now got storage for 5,500 water, so we just need to get that filled up. So you should be a supply, you are a supply, you should be a supply, and you should be prioritized by haulers. And then these little guys can go. And you can be potatoes. There are going to be more potatoes as well, because we barely keep enough potatoes going. So, and we are rapidly approaching that bad tide. So let's lock in those. Let's pause you. Tiny bit more. Yep. All right. Close you. Close you. Close you. Close you. That one's closed. There's going to be a little bit of flooding while it sorts itself out, but that's fine. You're just going to stop, which is awesome. These are going to keep generating power, which is cool. You're going to be unpaused. You are paused because they're just going to pump that out. Unpause you to get that refilling again. H for boom. That can just sit at that for now. That's a decent amount of power stored. What I was thinking of doing is taking that out, teeing across there and putting the extract there. Where's that flooding come from? I guess it must have come over. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. H for boom. H for boom. I might have screwed up a little bit there. So let's put in you. You into there. Stuff, and then that into there, and then we'll be able to make use of that extra power. That there. Stuff. And I think next time we want to start looking at zip lines. Maybe expanding food production. Definitely expanding metal. I think we want to get over here next time. Get to one of the mines. Yeah, there's not a mine. Get in here. Maybe get this aquifer going to set up a little bit of a reservoir. Particularly now that they don't produce bad water. That seems like a brilliant idea. And that actually shouldn't be too difficult because we're basically here. Only 400 science to unlock. That would be really quite easy. We could get the little relic for a couple hundred science, which is kind of less relevant now we've got both of these going. I'm going to deprioritize one of those because, yeah, we really don't need it. Let's get this finished and see how much power we can get this producing. Maybe not actually, maybe next time. We've been going for a while. So we need to get that built so we can get the rest of the explosives in. Get a water pump to here is my plan. Might actually need to go further if we're making that deeper and bring it all the way up to here. But if we're going to get extract going, that's not a problem. Or we can just put in multiple bits of dynamite. But it'll just let us pump water, or even if it's a small pump, you know. It'll all help. Each for boom. That in, so that gets us to the bottom of the map, which is what this layer is. I'm wondering with smart power if we can pause these during a drought to save on power and bad tides. That'd be kind of cool if we can. Yeah, the other option, that's going to be is whether we, because these can do to 4 deep, I think. And we should be starting to deepen all of this as well, really. It's definitely something I should be looking at doing. And maybe making it a bit bigger. So we should at the very least make it so some of it's a 3x3, so we're getting better irrigation. And we'll just get this in, and then I'm going to ponder whether I need to extend this or... Yeah, they can do a depth of 4. I need to run a path across to here, actually, and here. New pathing stuff is weird. They can't get, yeah, they can't get to some of that, can they? Okay. Let's help them out. Really want to get this all in before I wrap things up. Which for boom. Let's recover the planks from there. Each for boom. So how deep is that now? It's 4. Okay. So that would be a problem if we wanted to pump it all the way out, because I'd need to put it here, which means it's going to be flooded until it's gone down a bit. They can only do 2, so, you know. We could phase it at two layers. So I think we do extend it through to here. I think we might have to put 2 in. Just so that we can make the best use of it. Not really the best use, but you know. And realistically, we don't need to keep pumping during a bad tide. And I got a feeling we're on normal mode, not hard mode. One of you probably remembers. I do not. I could go back and check, but... Right, while we're waiting, do that as well. This really shouldn't take very long because we've got 87 explosives stored up. That should be fine for getting this done relatively quickly. Power grid over there is holding up just fine. H for boom, H for boom. I think actually we need to do that because I think the power needs to go in the middle. Got a bit of a suspicion that I should have done it there. Because I haven't, we're going to do that. Which is horrendously inefficient, but you know. La vie. Landscaping. There we go. Right. And then we do water, centrifuge, wash, and it's green, so it's got power. Might as well cover that over and then do storage. Do bad water obtain. Extract. I think we're going to have to adjust that because we might want more than one bad water pump there very soon. H for boom, and then I didn't really need to go quite so far because we're going to have to build this out on a platform, and I've made my life more difficult now. But hey, that's how things often seem to go around here. So, what's the way I want to do this? Let's do 3 by 3, so let's do that. There, but that leaves one unpumpable. So what we'll do is we'll then come down here. Do that. That will let us pump the whole thing out. You can go. You can go. You can go. You might as well go, because once they've got those, you don't need to be going out that far. We've now got the extract going. Awesome. I've been going for far too long, but I seem to be enjoying playing this darn game again. really a shock. That connected. I think that can come out and they can still do that. Yes. Awesome. And we have, apart from when there's a drought, a nice power supply for that bit now. You can run again, although we are short some beaver. That can be resolved. Now, these are folk tales. So we can do aquatic farming. So maybe what I should do next time is section off a part of this to be an aquatic farm. So not part of what we pump out. And maybe we do some engineering so that it's got a water tank to keep it full. That sounds like fun. But that is a job, folks, for next time, because I have been going for far too long. We are short 15 beavers again, somehow. So, we need to get some hydration over here. Probably a water pool here, maybe. We'll end up getting water into here. Maybe we put some sluice gates here so that it holds it in. That might help. Anyway, that is a job for next time, folks. So I hope you have enjoyed the return of Timberborn. Because of the issues I mentioned at the start of the video, content is going to be a little bit sporadic. Life's just a bit tough at the moment. And things are going to maybe be a little bit chaotic soon as well. So that might affect things. So yeah. Bear with me while we adjust to life. And yeah, I will be back again soon. Probably on the leaf coats next. Because we've got more work to do on that series as well. Any comments you made previously that I have ignored or things you've seen, please stick them in because I do try and listen. I think we want to look at automating this as well with sluice gates very soon. I want to keep making use of it, I suspect, but what I might end up doing is then diverting it off here. I don't know. We need to do something with all of this as well. There's a lot of work to do on here. Anyway, I will see you all next time.